listen, they want to listen. And speaking of, if you do want to listen, subscribe, like, share, tell your friends, tell your
All the
family,
things.
every person in the single world that you know, tell them.
Tell a stranger.
And
Tell
there's
all the strangers.
there's our advertisement for the day.
There we go. Got it out early.
So it's Wednesday. It's been a pretty decent day here. How's it going over there in Georgia?
In the Georgia, we had some storms rolling through early afternoon, but it
Oh
seems
yeah.
to be cleared up for now. But I like rainy days. I do.
I do too. But it makes it like I don't know about your dogs, but Bentley,
No, we do not have wet tushies in this house.
no. Like
We don't do
it's
the wet tushies.
it's the most annoying thing in the world cuz like now that it's kind of been raining a lot, like
Hmm.
even if the grass is dry, he won't go out in it.
Oh
I've
no.
gotten to the point where I actually have to put a leash on him and walk him again.
Oh no, like make him go, like
Yeah.
go with you.
And it
Yeah,
drives me nuts.
I don't blame you, especially when they don't have to be on the leash all the time.
Right.
Putting them back on a leash is just such a fucking chore.
Yeah, because they kind of forget how to walk on the leash, and
Yes, and then you've got to go with them and,
yeah,
take
it's
them
a,
everywhere. It's annoying.
I, you
Bless
know,
them.
I kudos to everybody that has kids because I can't even handle a damn dog.
Mhm.
He's
Well, at
somewhere around
least
here.
with the dogs,
Yeah,
you can like leave them alone.
yeah, that's true.
That's usually frowned upon with children.
Yeah, that's funny. So, big news, big news.
What you got?
So Monday morning, I walked into work
Mhm.
and I'd been there about an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And my boss, he got there kind of early, about 8 o'clock, which is pretty early for him.
Mm.
And he came walking back to me and he came around and he said, "Hey, man, can we come go chat in the office?" And I was like, "Sure." And then so we got in the office and I got let go.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. So then you're looking for jobs down here then, right?
Looking for jobs anywhere, really.
Right? I know you got to go. That's so awful.
Yeah.
First of all, I hate that for you. Second of all, it's weird that he would have done it first thing on a Monday. Usually they try to wait till like the end of the day Friday.
Well, it technically Monday we were starting a new pay period, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
So that okay.
yeah. But there's like the reasoning and all behind it is kind of a long story to tell, which I'm not going to get into just because I don't want to tell my side of the story on a I don't want to tell my side of the story on a public platform
Yeah, don't be that guy.
when they don't have, when they're not here to defend themselves in any, you know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
Absolutely. No, and I respect the hell out of that because more people need to practice that.
Right. I
Practice.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But it's I will say a huge thing behind it is I was very 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 burnout.
Yeah.
Um so like back in I think it was last October or somewhere around there, maybe a little earlier. My old boss sold the company and everything, the building and all
Mhm.
to my now current or now ex boss.
Right.
So I forget why I was going with that, but yeah,
Burnt out.
yeah. So yeah. So I was pretty burnt out at the end of his run with the company before he sold it,
Mhm.
and it has nothing to do with him or anything like that. I was just burnt out because he had a plan in mind because he knew he was going to sell and like he was just doing everything he could to get everything done. you know,
Mhm.
and try to get everything done good and right and everything before he left. And
Right.
it was like it ran us all through the ringer, and I got super burnt out. But then, new boss takes over everything, and everything changes. A lot of things get upgraded, this and that, and it kind of gave me some new life into it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just hit the point again where I was just really burnt out.
Mm.
And it kind of makes me think, like, was I burnt out on what I actually did for a living?
Right.
Like, it's one thing to kind of do it on a side job, like, you know it just seems easier that way. But when you're just doing this stuff constantly every day, and it's super, like, finishing is difficult because it has to be damn near perfect. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah,
And
it becomes super tedious, I'm sure.
yeah, and like you have to have such a good eye and all that, and is I think the burnout and just like I said, there's a lot to talk about, but I wouldn't want to say it without them around or them to be able to defend
Mhm.
themselves or the company itself. But
Right.
it's just I feel like it was time.
Yeah.
Like it sucks, and it was kind of a punch, but at the same time, like, I did feel a sense of relief.
Right. Right. Yeah. And well, and it also kind of, I'm sure you get that, like, that breath out, like, okay, I'm not stuck. I can go do something else, or I can find something out. Like, you're not, because these days it is very hard to feel comfortable enough to quit somewhere that you do feel trapped in, or burnt out on, or overworked, or not appreciated, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Because it's, but sometimes people need that push. So maybe that's just the universe push into, okay, it's time for you to have a new chapter and
Yeah,
shake some shit up.
and that I feel like that push is like you need to get out of, you know, not necessarily an uncomfortable place, but like just, you're not happy. Like, I swear to you, like, Monday morning on my way to work, I was like, God, I don't want to go. Like, I just don't want to go.
That is the worst feeling
Like,
too. Like,
when you're on your way to work and you're envisioning the room or wherever it is, like the inside of where you work, and just everything, you can see everything kind of all at once,
mhm.
if that makes sense, like your
Yes.
entire day all in one
And you
flash.
just know what it
You
looks
just,
like. Yeah.
yeah, and you're just like, oh my God, I don't want to go.
Right, right.
And it's
No,
it's it's funny how it worked out like that, because like not hardly an hour there, and
right. And they're like, well, you didn't really have to come, did you?
yeah, should have called in sick. I might have got an extra day.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, joke's on you. You didn't even have to drive here.
Yeah.
You know, and with that, it's like, man, you couldn't you have just called me to let me go? Like,
Well, I started, like, there was a part of me, I thought about this yesterday, like it was kind of sudden,
mhm,
like, so it's like I wasn't 100% expecting it, but maybe there was a part of me that was. But regardless, like, I thought it would be funny if, like, he's like, hey, you want to come, or hey, can you come chat in the office with me? And then I get up there, and before he says anything, I'd be like, I just want you to know, I'm going to go ahead and put in my 2 weeks. So then maybe I bought myself an extra two
so
weeks
then
of
you
pay.
get that, like, extra pay period. That would be awesome. Unfortunately, I think even if somebody was able to try to pull that card, they'd be like, "Yeah, you don't have to though. It's cool."
Do you, no, but
Like,
think
that's
about it.
sweet, but, like, nah.
Do you think that they might be like, all right, well, maybe I don't have to fire him. I just have to suffer through another 2 weeks.
I mean, I guess it depends on the person, but
Like, I
yeah,
mean, come on.
I mean, they
Like,
could.
just
I
two
mean,
more weeks.
I
it's not like I was doing anything like really, really bad, you know?
right, right. Like,
Like,
well, and then that would give you that little cushion and give you kind of like a head
yeah.
start,
Like
figuring shit out
I kind of wish I pulled that card just to see, you know?
just to see what would happen. Like, if he
Like
would let you work the 2 weeks, or if he'd be like, "Nah, that's fine. You can just
I think that's so
we
funny.
don't need it.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
No,
It's fine.
we're good.
We're
Um
ready. We're ready for you not to be here. It's okay."
I got tears in my eyes right now. That shit's funny.
Bless. Oh, but for other people, if you think that's coming and they call you in
Yeah.
for that conversation,
Yeah.
throw
Isn't that
that
a
out
great
there.
idea?
Let us know how
Like
that works out
seriously,
because that would be great.
if your boss comes to you and it's like, "Hey, come into my office, let's chat for a minute." And you
Be like,
just
"Oh
in
yeah, because
down
I
in the
wanted to talk to you
depths,
too."
yeah, down in the depths of your soul, you know this is it.
It's coming. Yeah,
If you want to buy yourself another 2 weeks,
just throw it out there,
just let
man.
them know you're putting in your 2 weeks notice before they tell you
Yeah,
anything.
be like, yeah. As soon as you get in that office, you just be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said something because I've been meaning to talk to you and I just kept forgetting. But I'm putting in my 2 weeks today."
And then they're like, "Well, damn, I was gonna
I know,
promote your
like you
ass.
beat me, right? You beat me to the punch, bitch. Like
I was
you took
gonna
with the
promote you to super manager."
oh yeah, that would suck if it goes the opposite
Yeah.
way. Like actually, we were going to give you a
So it's
raise,
a little bit of a
and
gamble.
it is. But I mean, I feel like
If you know, you know. If you know
you
you're gonna get
know which
fired,
way it's gonna
yeah,
go.
yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, you know which way it's gonna go. And these days, hell, ain't nobody giving raises or promotions.
Right, that's
So,
true.
so it's not that. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, right. But yeah,
You
so
know,
that's my current life. I'm 3 days into being jobless.
being being a bum.
The last time that I didn't have a job, I was living at your house.
You were, you were.
That was the first time.
So is that what you need again? Because we've got room. We
Yeah.
can throw a little camper somewhere
Come
or
stay until
whatever.
I find a job.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
right now. I've honestly like I there's so much I can do. Like I've been
Hmm.
doing like custom cabinets and finishing for like 6 years now, maybe more.
Right.
And I've just gained so much skill and knowledge and all this. Like there's so much I can do. And even like before I worked in cabinets, I mean all the stuff I learned from working with my dad, like
Hmm.
so I've started posting, in groups and on Marketplace on Facebook, just looking for work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I could get a good flow and make 150 $200 a day, like I'm doing pretty good,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
you can get by that way. It just, it again, I mean, anybody that does that, I think they're so brave because it is such a gamble because there is no guarantee, there is no nothing,
Yeah.
and it can be scary, but like I don't want this to sound offensive, but you're in the perfect position to do that because you ain't got shit that relies on you other than your dog and cat.
Yeah, I mean, and my
It's not
bills.
like yeah, and your bills. So as long as you can make your bills, seriously, but it's not like you have like kids or
Right.
family you got to help support or a mortgage you're paying or anything like that. So it's like you are in that
I
really good
right.
place to where
I
you could kind of play with it a little bit and see what's out there and
Yeah,
take your time.
and that's sort of kind of I guess how I've been thinking about going about it. Like
Mhm.
I've been posting. I've gotten several hits already about side jobs. Nothing like set in stone, but
Right.
some possibles. And
Mhm.
I mean, really, if I feel like if I were to really just grind it out, like I could really get some work going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the more I do, the more word of mouth, this and that, blah blah blah.
The
Like,
more networking and connections you
yeah,
make, because even though my mother is a terrible human being, she did teach me a few things that I do still hold on to this day. And one of them was, it's not what you know, it's who you know. right? Don't
Yeah,
burn those
100%.
bridges, make those connections, get your network, right? Because you never know when someone could be a connection to something else, right? And like
Right.
you always want to kind of keep the communication open because you never know when you'll need it or they could reach out to you or vice versa. So I fully believe in not burning the bridges and keeping the network and all that stuff. But yeah, because like when me and my friend when we did trivia, at
Hmm.
bars and stuff, our team name was it's not who you know, it's who you blow.
I like that.
We thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, absolutely. And networking and stuff and reaching out to people. And yeah, I mean, because everybody knows somebody who knows another person who knows.
Hmm.
I mean, what is it like 6 degrees to bacon? Like, come on, guys. Like, if you kind of get the word out there, you never know where it'll end up.
Yeah, it's just a big spider web of people, really.
It is. It truly, truly is, which is awesome and yet terrifying all at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. That's
you
true.
know, it really is. And I just no, and I can put the word out down here too. And if we can get you a few jobs, you're more than welcome to come down and stay and do it and go
Yeah,
back.
I'm not opposed to traveling and making money. Like,
If we keep you busy for a
yeah, I'm
little bit.
truly not. I think it would be fun, and like I'm going to work. I'm going to the beach to work with my dad next week.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I'll do that, and then maybe rummage something else up.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
throw a little
Keep
something else together in the fridge or the
yeah,
on the
hell
on
yeah.
the on the bacon pan or what. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
On the back burner.
Yeah,
Is that where you were going with
keep the
that in the
pan
fridge?
sizzling or
Who
some
the hell
shit.
put shit in the fridge?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, put it where you got to, I
Yeah,
guess, whatever
you
works.
don't put it
But
in the
yeah,
fridge if you're trying to cook it, but
no, no, it doesn't work that way.
yeah,
It won't happen. You'll be waiting a while.
yeah. But yeah, so I'm uh I'm just kind of winging life, I guess.
You know, I'm not mad about it. I mean, it can be scary and it does suck, right? I mean,
Hmm.
I don't wish that upon anybody, but sometimes it is kind of that new, you got
It's wild.
opportunities and
38 years old and losing my job that I've been at for 6 plus years. It Yeah, I saw this thing where you're like you're unhappy at your job or something, but you identify as your job. Like I'm a
mhm,
finisher, I'm a painter, whatever.
right, right.
So when you lose your job, you know, you lose your identity. You're not a finisher or a painter anymore.
Right,
So
right.
like, who are you? And
Well,
it,
yeah.
it kind of puts everything into a little bit different perspective. Like
Yes.
it opened me up. It made me think like there's so many side job, odd job type things I can do and make pretty good money. It's
Yeah,
just about
absolutely.
going out and finding them.
And finding it, yes, and finding the people that need it and are willing to do it and put faith in you to do the job and
Right.
all of those things, right? And I'm fighting everything that I have right now not to make a Frasier uh parallel, but so I'm trying to refrain, but there is one. Um
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be.
of course there
It's
is. Of
only
course there is.
it only makes sense.
Of course, because life is Frasier, Frasier is life. But
I like that.
I sometime like a tiny little part of me, even though like I love my job and I love what I do and I'm good at it, whatever. And hopefully I plan to be there as long as they'll have me. But a little part of me, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel this way too, gets a little jealous when you hear of somebody like, yes, it sucks and yes, it's horrible and it's not ideal and you don't want to have to go through it, but you're like I said, you're untethered now. there's so many possibilities and there's so many things these days and there's so many places and companies and jobs, and it's just like really you're free.
Yeah, it's the way you said that kind of made me think, like, because I would basically base everything in my life based on 30 minutes away from my job.
Mhm.
So now you say untethered, like, I really
Yeah.
can.
Go wherever the fuck
Yeah.
you you
And
need to or want to or
and the like you know I had a friend of mine back when I first started cabinets. A friend of mine posted looking for people that needed a job or whatever. And
Mhm.
I messaged him, and the job was at a cabinet shop, starting out doing
Mhm.
literally, whatever, the basic whatever.
Mhm.
And as soon as I started it, like I just knew I was going to be there for a while or be
Yeah.
doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And now, like, 6 years plus later, like, I've developed so much skill and so much just knowledge and everything that I could literally probably move anywhere and find a cabinet shop and walk in the door and get a job,
Oh, absolutely.
because it's so
Whole
hard for these people to
100%.
find good people.
Good people that are skilled, that know, they're knowledgeable, right? They're reliable, all the things, right? Because
Yeah.
that's the biggest issue is not necessarily filling the position, but filling the position with somebody that will be there, that you can count on, that'll do a good job, that is open to learning more and listening and doing the best that they can,
Yeah.
right? And that's a big deal. It is. It's a big deal.
Mhm.
Being able to count on somebody is a big deal because it sucks when you can't.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, like it, you're too, like, or you would like to break this tether, but you're just, like, I can't just leave my job and hope for the best. But
Right.
when the tether
Right.
is broken without your consent, you
Yeah, and you pretty much have no choice.
yeah, like, it just kind of, you're like, all right, well, I guess, I can do all this kind of shit,
I
so
can do other stuff, right? I can do other
yeah.
stuff. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, on one hand, yes, you're forced into a shit situation, but at the same time, I also believe that the universe, if we're not on the right path or we're not taking the opportunities that are given to us, I do believe that the universe has its way of shoving you there eventually, like being like, look, you are not supposed to be here, right? Whether you get fired from a job, whether something bad in your life happens, whether something happens to where you have to break up with your significant other or whatever the case is, right? Like,
Hmm.
I feel like the universe does have its ways of like being like, no, no,
Like,
get out.
giving you a nudge.
Yes, like go somewhere else, do
Yeah,
something else,
I
be with
believe that
somebody
too.
else.
I believe like, it has its ways of, kind of forcing you when you don't really, when you're too scared to make that jump. You know.
Mhm. You're not taking the hint.
Right.
Like
Right.
nudge, nudge, hey, hey, like you're not doing it. All right, we'll just push you fucking into it then.
Exactly. I mean, God, I'm hard headed, so I mean, I have to be pushed into it, I feel.
Yeah, I when I was younger, I felt like that because, like a few really, really awful things happened to me in my life when I was younger. And luckily I learned from those. So it did not happen again, but I look back and, you know, it could be because I need a way to move on from it, not
Mm.
live in that place and not dwell on it and beat myself up or anything like that. But I always like to think it's because I was going in the wrong direction and the universe, God, or whatever you believe in just was like, girl, you got to get the fuck out and I'm going to make you get the fuck out, whether you like it or not,
On
and put you on a different path.
on Friday,
Mhm.
Friday before this past Monday that I got fired,
Mhm.
I got to work, and I was just feeling some type of way. Oh, I know why. Because I messed up some drawer fronts.
Mm,
I stained them a darker color than the stain originally is supposed to be, so there was like no going back.
right.
Um, so I felt pretty bad about that, and so Friday I got to work and I was still feeling pretty bad about it because like it affected other people in the shop,
Right.
because like they
Right.
spent hours working on this and now they gotta redo five
Do it
drawer
again.
fronts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to work Friday and I opened up the back door and it was kind of cool out that morning. Like it's been a little bit cooler,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear, like I just looked up at the sky. I leaned against the van that was pulled up close to the door, and I
Mm-hmm.
prayed out loud, like, just give me
Like
some
some
slack, cut
direction.
me some
Yeah.
slack,
Right. Like
like,
let up a little bit.
let up, or just show me, like, take me, whatever. I need something. Like I was just struggling, and like I
Yeah.
said, I was burnt out, and then all
Yeah.
this stuff happens, and this and that, and I was just like, just take me somewhere else, basically.
Well, and the universe answered,
It
didn't it?
100%.
It said, okay,
It
challenge accepted.
got back to me the next available
It
business day.
it did. It's like, you know what? Less than yes. It will by the end of day,
Yeah.
next business day, it'll be handled,
Obviously,
right?
that one made it out before the cutoff
It
time.
did. They were like, "Wow, that actually came into fruition way quicker than we were expecting." But hey, you ask and you shall receive, right? You manifested the shit out of that. You got to be careful sometimes
Yeah, I did.
when you
You
manifested
really gotta be careful.
because when you manifest it, sometimes it will happen the way you manifest it, and then you're like, "Wait,
You
that's
know,
not. I meant something else."
I may have even said this on the podcast not too long ago, but like I've said to quite a few people, like, if I could just have a week off and just
Right?
just a
Like, well,
good solid
here's an
week.
indefinite amount of time
Yeah.
off.
Like, well, I got that week and the next week and the
They
next
just
week and the
heard
next
time.
week.
The universe was like busy. They were like crunching on potato chips or something, and all they heard was time off, and they're like done.
Yeah.
They didn't hear the
Hold
week
my
part.
beer.
Yeah, they didn't hear the week part. Like, oh, he wants time. Okay, done.
I'm about to screw this guy's
Yeah,
life all to hell.
I'm about to fuck your world up, boy. But you're gonna have some time off. So
Yeah,
you ask,
you got that time off.
and you shall
That is
receive.
so
So again,
funny.
all you people manifesting out there, just be
Yeah.
careful. You're
You
playing
never
in the
know
big
which
boy league.
you never know which
Don't.
lightning bolt is gonna strike.
For real. Well, and it was so funny because I always joke with Darren that he's a manifesting son of a bitch. And because he'll say something and I'll be like, yeah, whatever. And then it'll happen. And I'm like, damn it, babe. You should have said it like this. Right? Because I'm
Yeah.
like, no. Right? Or if he'll say, like, when Mira was pregnant with her puppies, he's like, I just have a feeling we're not going to find anybody. I was like, you shut your fucking face right now. You shut your hole. Don't you say that out loud. Don't you put that in the Are you? No. 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 And he was like, sorry. And I'm like, don't even think it. You're thinking it right now. Don't even fucking think it.
Yeah.
Everybody's finding a home. It's going to be great. It's going to work out perfectly because fuck you, you little manifesting bitch. Don't you put that juju on me. Don't you do it. We are not. No. No.
That's funny.
Because God, could you imagine? She had 12 and 9 survived. Could you imagine? Because me and Darren, we're fucking suckers. Of course we would have kept them all.
Yeah.
Like
But,
if we could
like
not find families, of course we would have.
They would have all been, trained, and like you just would have had you would have had amazing like army of guard dogs.
Well, actually,
Like they're not
maybe,
big,
maybe
but
not.
there's a lot of them.
It really would depend because I will tell you, last night,
Uh-oh.
Tyler and Annabelle were down here taking showers or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, P and the other dogs start barking their head off like crazy. Well, it's because an Amazon truck was driving back up the driveway. And I was like, dude, where the fuck were you when he came down the driveway? Like, what the fuck were
Right?
you doing?
Fucking
Like,
P
he's
was
leaving.
out.
I don't give a fuck if he's leaving, right? Like,
P left
you're
his damn stoop or whatever.
yeah,
His
like
guard
you're
post.
supposed to alert when they arrive, not when they leave. Like, I don't care if he's leaving,
That's
right?
awesome.
But they were just like, what? Like, I'm just like, well,
Bro,
some
we're doing our
guard dogs
job.
you are,
We're doing our
right?
job. Sorry we're late.
Right? Or if they like, because like Darren's been working nights, right? So it's just me and the dogs, and they'll start barking at something and I can't see anything and I'm like, "Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it." Cuz again, we white, but we ain't that white. Okay? If there is an entity, I don't want to know about it. So I'm going to need you to shut the fuck up cuz we
like
are in the Appalachians.
like if there was a ghost, you wouldn't want to you just want to avoid it?
A ghost would be fine. An evil entity? No, I don't want to know about it because we don't mess with that shit. Like I said, we white, but we ain't that white, okay? If my dogs don't like somewhere, neither do I. Okay, we've seen how this plays out and it doesn't work out well for the white folk.
That makes sense. I'm back.
Yay, I missed you.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I missed you as well.
Oh, good, good.
Um so you're not you don't want to walk up on some evil entities, huh?
No.
Have you ever ran into anything like that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Like how? Like describe like tell
Well,
us.
so when I was growing up, right, my family, we spent a lot of time down in like Savannah and stuff like that. And my mom, like our background, where I grew up very open to all possibilities, right? Like, don't close
Mhm.
yourself off to anything because you don't know. And we me and my sister, we I we've always loved like cemeteries. We've loved the vibe, the morbid, the all those things. True spooky girls down to our bones.
Mhm.
And there was one time we were down there. I think I was like 15, 14 or 15, and my mom was really good friends with Murray Silver, who has since passed away. Rest in peace, King. But he was one of the paranormal investigators down there in Savannah. He was very well known, and she was having dinner with him, and me and my sister were bored, and so she was like, "Let's go. You want to go walk around, the cemeteries or whatever?" And I was like, "Of course, at night. Hell yeah, let's do this shit." Well, we were walking around, paying our respects because we're not disrespectful to the dead. Do not do that because we do not. Nope. We were walking around one night and we came across the voodoo lady of Savannah
In the cemetery?
in the cemetery
What
doing
was
some
she doing?
shit. Doing some shit, but I didn't want to get close enough to find out what kind of shit
Yeah.
because even though I personally don't necessarily believe in that, I do believe that belief in it holds power, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I
Like
get that.
I do believe that if you put enough energy into something and you really, just give yourself to something, I think there's a lot of power in that.
There's a lot of power in prayer.
Yes.
If you get enough people together all praying for the same thing, you're going to get an outcome.
Oh, absolutely. So and so we stopped and I was like, "Is that the voodoo lady?" And my sister was like, "Yes." And I was like, "We got to go." Right? Like, we got to go. And she's all like sitting there like, "Well, let's get a little closer. Let's see where she," and I'm like, "No, no. No, absolutely not, because the last thing I need is something following me home that I don't know how to get rid of."
Mhm.
And that's always been kind of like my stance on stuff like that. Like, I don't fuck with a whole bunch of crazy stuff because if something were to happen, I'm fucked. I don't have no preacher I can call, okay? The Jews, we don't do the exorcisms anymore. Hell, the Catholics don't even do it, which I have a theory of why theirs might not work, which we can get into.
Catholics
I
still do
They
exorcisms.
do, but it's not as often as they did because there's a lot of potential crime being committed during exorcisms. There's been a few cases that have gone to court for either abuse or torture. There was that famous case, "The Devil Made Me Do It," right? When that
Uh-huh.
guy killed that other dude. So there's been a lot of like negative stuff over the last like couple decades. So they've kind of stepped away from doing it. And now the church's official stance is more or less like, seek professional help kind of
Really?
thing. Like they don't want to get their hands dirty anymore. Um, but yeah, so I'm just like I just feel like if something attached itself to me that was some form of evil entity, not necessarily like not a ghost, because I do believe in those and I've had encounters with those and that doesn't bother me at all. But an evil entity, I don't think I'd be able to get rid of that.
I personally think, based off my research and listening of a lot of podcasts,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, I believe that that evil entity can't attach itself to you unless you truly allow it. Like,
Yes.
I believe, you have the power to prevent said evil entity. But I was going to I was going to recommend, you ever heard of Sean Ryan?
I don't think so.
There's a podcast called The Sean Ryan Show, and he's amazing. He's such a
Mhm.
good person, and he did an episode with a guy named or not named, but he's Father Ripperger.
Okay.
I can send you the link.
Yeah, send me the link.
But it is so good because this guy is an exorcist and um a priest and all that, whatever. And it's
Mhm.
just it's wild. It's really, really, really good. I
No, and
think
I
you would like
love
Sean
that
Ryan in
stuff.
general. Like, he talks to a lot of different people, and I think you would get into him a lot.
No, I love that. I'll definitely, yeah, send me that link because I'll
I
definitely
will.
check that out because I do think it's fascinating. Like even like being like, I'm a huge fan of the horror genre movies. Those are always my go-to over any other genre. I always was skeptical of the possession ones. They didn't necessarily like scare me more than any of the other ones, but to me, it was just like, because if I watched any other horror movie, like a slasher or whatever, it's like, okay, well, what would I do in that situation? Obviously, run out the door, right? And
Right.
don't get out of the car, okay, guys? Don't get out of the fucking car. Just stay in your goddamn car and just keep
Yeah,
going.
why are they
Just keep
always
going. Don't stop. Nobody's gonna help you,
they always want to be
okay?
nosy and go see what's going on.
For real. It's like, oh, why is that why is that door ajar? Who gives a fuck?
Why is it so
Go
loud?
home. Yeah, like
Like, we
go
don't need your
away.
WD-40, just leave.
Yeah, exactly. But like we watched this past weekend, we watched a shit ton of movies because we were just so tired and worn out. So we
Yeah.
just like vegged out on so many movies. And one of the newer movies that we watched that I hadn't seen yet was Passenger. And it was so good. It was such a fun ride and it was different because it's about this couple who starts doing like the van life,
Mm-hmm.
right, on the road, and they they pick up an entity because they did exactly what you're not supposed to do. Of course, because of course they did, or we wouldn't have a movie. Right? So,
Yeah.
of course they did. Now, I will also say for you horror fans out there, if you have not seen it, I would recommend it because they're not annoying or stupid.
They just
So,
make dumb decisions. Like,
right, like they're tolerable people and you kind of feel actually bad for them. Most of the time I'm like, dude, just fucking kill him. Like just fucking kill him, right? Like just get it over with. put them
Yeah.
out of their misery. But this couple, you actually like they're different personalities, but you do like feel for them and you do root for them, right? And like I said, most of the time I'm rooting for the bad guy because I'm just like, dude, just make them stop talking. But she comes across this book, right? And I don't know if the book actually exists, but I'm sure a book like this actually exists. And it was basically how travelers used to communicate with each other back in the day before like road signs and things like
Yeah.
that. So like certain symbols, like a circle with an arrow pointing away was like safe, safe
Yeah.
route,
That's
safe
interesting.
path,
Yeah.
or yeah, or like don't go this way or things. And it was like that is so freaking cool
Yeah.
because I I I almost want to look up like traveler folklore stories because I bet that would be so freaking cool.
That it is kind of cool to think about, like, you go on the interstate or whatever. Like there weren't. I mean, maybe there were interstates, like certain paths or
Mhm.
trails, but like how they started, like why did we start the mile marker here, and then it just went on.
Right. Right. Well, and I one of the shows that I love to watch, and it's kind of a guilty pleasure for me because I'm a nerd and I like learning things. But it's Mysteries of the Museum. It went on forever. I'm sure people have heard of it, but it's such a fun. Oh, it's so good. They did an episode when they were talking about so this guy before there were roads,
Mm-hmm.
uh, there was like, the map maker companies, right? And they would hire people to go out and survey areas and things like that so they could start creating their map and closing their map in, right? Well, this guy um he his maps were getting ripped off and he knew they were getting ripped off by somebody else. Like they were just waiting for him to finish it and then they'd copy him and sell it, right? Douchebags. Well, he couldn't prove it. So what he did was he put a made up town on one of his maps,
That's awesome.
right? So he was like, screw you guys. I'll show you. I'm going to make up something on this map. So when you copy it, I'll know who's copying me, right?
Yeah.
So he did this and he takes them to court, right? Because obviously somebody copied his map. Well, and I'll have to look up the town. It actually really exists now. It's in New York State
That is so funny.
because, and this is where it came out in court, because he tried to sue the company that copied him. Well, their attorney found somebody who lived in that town. And the guy was like, no, you didn't. I made it up. Right. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, he lives there. So what had happened was he got lost. And when he looked at his map, i.e., the copied one, that's what it said he was. That's where it said it
Oh
was.
my god.
So he settled there and put up a general store. And they ended up making this fake town real. So the poor guy who was like, I'll get you guys, he didn't get jack shit because they had put a general store there and some roads.
That is so
But
fun.
then they were
So the people that like got a secondhand map found this fake city
yes,
and then established themselves there,
yes,
and then it became a city.
yes, yes. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Sucks for you, dude, right? The OG map maker. Like, it sucks for you because now you're not getting your payback. Like, you really like, ha ha ha, I
Yeah.
got you now. No, you don't because this dumbass put up a general store, which
Somebody,
at the time,
I think multiple people here are not getting paid what they are supposed to. Like there's some tax things going on here. There's
right?
some
They're like, dude, this is real. He's like, no, it's not. Like, I literally made it up. Like, and they're like, well, there's a store. So mic drop, bitch. Done deal, right? And I was like, gosh, that sucks. But then it was talking about how they when they started making roads, how they did it. And they were talking about how they would have people go out and literally take pictures, draw pictures of every like intersection,
hmm
right? And there was this one where there was this red barn And so they took the picture of the barn at this intersection and they named the intersection. Well, then people kept getting lost because they painted the barn white. And it fucked everybody up.
That is
So they kept
wild.
getting lost. And I was like, that is, I can't imagine. Like we take for granted so much now.
Can you
Cause I,
imagine the history that is not written? Like the stuff
so
that
much.
nobody, only the people that experienced it know about. Like there's so many things that happen that will never be known about.
No. Well, and when I watch these shows, because like I said, I'm a nerd, I love to learn about all that stuff and just the kooky off the wall shit that we
Hmm.
don't, that we don't learn. And I was like, screw the schools, man. I would have loved, do you know how much fun it would have been to be sitting in class and like learning about this made up town that was real because of this, or
Yeah,
taking
right.
pictures of barns, but then the fuckers painted it. So now everybody's lost because it's not red, it's white. Like that's that's the shit that would have kept my attention,
You know what's
right?
crazy is we always come back to like what we should have been taught versus what we were taught. Like we're almost at a point where it's like we need a whole segment for what school should be and what
Yes,
school
yes.
should not
Like
be.
this is the fun shit they didn't teach you about.
Like how many lessons in life have you experienced that school never prepared you for? And I don't mean like a breakup or some bullshit like that. I mean
Right.
like financial lessons or a job or this or that or this or that. Like how many things have you experienced and had to go through that you were not prepared for in any way?
So much.
I mean, like
So
how,
much.
I guess you can't.
Taxes,
Well,
budgeting.
there, see, those are the big things like taxes, budgeting, credit cards, like
Well, back in the day, like uh when people wrote checks still, like
mhm.
balancing your checkbook was always a big thing when I was little growing up. They didn't talk to us about anything like that or how to pay a bill, even like just simple shit, right? Like, no, no, no. We spent how many fucking weeks uh taking apart fucking sentences? Who gives a fuck about that? Nobody. Nobody.
If I like I feel like I suck at talking verbally, but if I need to write something like very professional or maybe big worded type of thing, like I can really do it. And like
Yeah.
I may like look certain words up here and there, but I feel
Yeah.
like I have a very good vocabulary when I type or write something out. If I
Yes.
need to like really write something. But like I feel like maybe that's the only thing I gained. Other like I'm pretty decent at math, I think. But
Hmm.
like I think like speaking, math, like learning how to put sentences together and
How to
then
interview would be a good thing that they could put in there.
like
How
there's
to interview
so
for a
many,
job.
yeah, I mean the list is endless of all the
Oh,
things you could.
absolutely. Well, and I know that they can't cram everything in there, but
That's
I'm
bullshit.
sure there is some shit you could cherry pick out.
Think about all the things that we did that were completely worthless that could have been something else that's useful.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely. I mean, history, I always like I'm a nerd. I've always loved history, but I also think history is very important. And I think that there's so much of it, right? And it is hard to kind of narrow down. But like we don't necessarily need to go to the start of time per se. You could probably set us somewhere in the beginning of the 1900s
I
because
mean,
we're
we're still
so far
like
removed from like 57 AD, right? Like we're so far removed from that. So like I think if you kind of started it and like reworked it, you could narrow that down and then you could also like econ, that's an important class.
like economy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not what we're taught in
Why don't
econ.
they? Why don't? Yeah. Like I don't. like what's the learning about the Cold War really doing for me? Like learning how the economy works, learning how money works, learning how like the government works,
The market,
the
right?
market, like
The how
everything.
it affects not only how it works, but how it affects
If you want
things.
the greatest, most powerful country in the world, why would you not make everybody in that country like superior to everybody else in the world, knowledge and like everything, like
Yeah.
probably because you don't want these people to take over
I was
your
about to say
country,
because knowledge
but
is power.
it's just like there's so much more that could be done. I feel like
Oh,
we're just
absolutely.
ranting about this, but like it's just like it's kind of crazy to think
It's
about.
everywhere. Well, and it's constantly thrown back in our face every day, right? Like when when you're having to do stuff. Like you know, when the boys were growing up, their education didn't stop when they got home from school.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about homework. I'm talking about, all right, well, what did you learn? All right, well, let's actually learn about that, right? Not just because, it could be different or whatever, but maybe they didn't go deep enough. Maybe they didn't get to the points that actually would make a difference, right? Because not only, like, just because you don't learn a skill doesn't mean you're not learning how to you're not learning like perception, and you're not learning thinking, and you're not learning bigger picture, and you're not learning strategy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Things like that, because those are just as important as skills are. But if you gloss over everything and you're just trying to get them to test, and you're just trying to get them to pass, and you're just pushing them off to the next one, that's why we're ending up with so many dumbasses, like true dumbasses.
Yeah, and like you can't teach experience.
No.
You can't teach wisdom, but you can give the basics for somebody to, you can lay down the stepping stones and then let them figure it out from there.
Yeah, take it off. I mean, I know that a lot of people, like, you got to learn as you go, and some people have to learn the hard way, and some people have to learn through making those mistakes over and over and over again. And I can completely understand and respect that. But when our children are literally helpless
Hmm.
after how many years of fucking school,
Yeah,
there's a problem.
and a lot of them are like there's a lot
Yes.
like there's so many like
They're absolutely fucking helpless. And I see it in mine too. I've seen it in mine too, where I'm just like, is that a bear? No, it's my chickens. Sorry. Okay. It's starting to
sort
get
of a
dark,
big
right?
difference.
Well, it was like it's starting to get dark, and they're off in a distance, but they were all huddled together, so it just looked like this big black
Chicken
thing.
bear.
And the bear got into the trash the other day, so that's why I was like, is that a bear? And then I saw the white on the rooster. Fuck you, Cock Snow.
Cock
Fuck
snow.
you. Yeah, that's his name. Well, because he's black green, but he's got the white feathers like down his shoulders, right?
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, he kind of looks like, you know, uh, a Stark in one of their cloaks on Game of Thrones, so we called him Cock Snow
That's awesome.
instead of Jon Snow. But anyway, yeah, it's my chickens. It's not a bear, thank goodness, because I'm like, is that a bear? Because then for a second I thought it might be a deer, but no, it's the chickens. Anyway, but no, I do think with every generation, ours included, every generation becomes more useless.
Yeah.
Every every
Well,
everyone
like we
just a little
said
bit more
a couple
useless, a little
episodes
bit more
back,
useless.
this newest generation is the dumbest.
No, it really is. And you know, it's so frustrating, but it's also heartbreaking when
Yeah.
I see people, or, and of course these days you don't even know if they're
America
actually
peaked.
being, yeah, exactly. Like, and these days you don't know if it's just satire or they are really that dumb,
Mm,
and you're just praying at satire
yeah.
because you don't care enough to look into it, but you're just like, please don't be that dumb. Please.
Yeah.
Please, please, dear God, tell me you're not that dumb, right? Because we're talking about shit that you learned in early grades, elementary school,
Hmm.
like the fundamental, foundations of shit, and then here you are, grown ass and complete idiot. And it's like, oh, bless your heart, in
Yeah,
the most southern fucking way I can say that.
that's when it really means something.
It really does. I'm just like, wow. And I love comedy, right? And comedians. And I'm really like appreciating Bill Engvall's Here's Your Sign
Oh yeah,
more and more every day.
it
I'm
makes
like,
more
gosh.
sense every day.
Yes, every day, because it's always been funny, but man,
Hmm.
when you actually are out in the wild and you come across these people, it is kind of just like it'll take you back for a second, like, what the fuck? Am I in Twilight Zone? What is happening right now? Like,
Yeah,
how are you a real person, breathing, survived this long?
there are some people.
Whatever.
There are some people I see at the gas station. I'm like, wow, you know, like wow. That's how'd
Yeah.
you? Wow.
Yeah. Like, you have got a hell of a guardian or
Yeah.
hell of people around you, boo, because
Yeah.
damn. Like, damn. Like, I hope you drop to your knees at the end of every day and thank
They
whoever
have to. Like,
that
there's
you
no
made
other
it through,
excuse. Like,
because
yeah,
good God.
yeah. There's no other way.
Like,
There's
you
literally no
know,
other way.
and it's just like, it's just mind blowing just how I'm just like, it's just normal stuff. And I know that everybody's saying these days, like, oh, common sense ain't common. But damn, y'all, when when do we draw that line of like, okay, now it's a problem and we should maybe address it and not just be like, oh, everybody's just stupid. Do we really want everybody to just be that stupid all the time?
I mean, I don't think it's
I
avoidable, but
don't.
I don't want them to be either. But I don't think it's avoidable.
I don't either. Not now, not for a little while, but yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
and it always, I always think back to like just food for thought, guys. Hitler always said, "You don't change people, you alter children." Just saying.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there because grown people are harder to control. Children are easy. You start with educating the children, or shall I say, re educating the children.
You ever heard of
Hitler? Yeah.
no God, why can't I think of it right now?
Are you in perimenopause too?
No, I don't think so.
Because my brain shit out on me 3 times today when I'm training somebody. I'm like, I don't even know words right now.
I'll have to think about it later. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, it was with Charles Manson.
Ah, yes.
What
What
was
about
that?
Charles
What was
Manson?
that called?
The family?
The
The
program
cult?
that he was under. I'll have to send it to you, but it'll be a good topic. But it's been a
He's an
good
interesting motherfucker.
yeah, it's been a good
I
show.
did watch the documentary with his granddaughter and I couldn't finish it. She was getting on my nerves, y'all.
I can't
She
remember.
cried a lot.
Yeah, there was this guy. I can't think of it. It's crazy. I can't think of it. But yeah,
But you
uh,
will, and you can send it to me and we'll definitely talk about it.
there we go. Um, it's been fun. It's been
It
great.
has.
If you're in the Belmont, Charlotte area, if you need if you need work done, how home stuff, like I got you, I can take care of it. And subscribe, like and
Yep.
follow, and Amanda, as always, it's been a good time.
It has been.
And
Love it.
yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening to Reckless Banter. We
Good
are
night.
out of here.
Love you, mean it.
Yeah.
Mwah. Bye, darling.
Have a good night.